clouds are moving. It looks cool. Of course, you don't want someone idiot talking in the background either.
It's good for the vlog.
We're getting held on.
But if you're willing to walk 500 feet in the rain, there's an actual park.
We're almost at the area where people get off the trail to go to the alpaca farm or to go to the barn, which is the restaurant that has one of the 8 T-burgers. We're in an old schoolhouse right now that, as you can see, it was built in 1894, used until 1937. I think a church owns this now, or they just help with it because the church leaves all sorts of supplies in here. Really random. You wouldn't expect it, but yeah, there's everything you can think of pretty much. Like all the allergy medications and toothbrush, toothpaste. This has food. This I haven't even opened, so I don't know what's in this one. But yeah, you can resupply some of your stuff here if you need to. And there's also trail magic happening on the front area of the school.
I'm kind of regretting giving up my boots.
We just made it to Atkins, Virginia. The end of the trail is actually pretty fun, even though it was super slippery and muddy. Everything got a little bit more luscious and green, so.
Giant puddle!
Yeah, and hell of a, I just missed it, but hell of a came off the trail and jumped in a huge puddle on purpose. He went, ooh, puddle, and ran into it. We're heading up the road right now to the barn, which is a restaurant, and they have one of the famous AT cheeseburgers there, so may end up having that. And then as far as tonight goes, I think I'm gonna stay at the Relax Inn, which is a hotel right here.
I don't know. We were just talking about that. I feel like I could hike another 4 or 5.
I'm just leaving the, what was it, Relax Inn, which was not so relaxing. They got horrible reviews on Goat Hooks, and there's a reason for it. I almost didn't stay there because the reviews were so bad. Yeah, it was, the room is absolutely disgusting. I think if the health department came there, they would probably be getting in big trouble for a lot of the stuff that I saw. You could tell they don't clean up after anyone stays or anything like that, so it's pretty nasty. So right now, I'm on a major interstate. This is the first time I've been on anything like this. It's like, almost like the trail is not becoming a trail community anymore. It's not surrounded by trail community. It's like now we have like random hostels along the way, ones that no one's ever heard of, that are a little off the path. Walking in places like this right now. I'm officially on my own, solo hiking for the first time in weeks, where by that I don't mean just like hiking amongst, I've done that. I mean not even with a group. Don't know what I'm doing yet today. I was gonna stay a little bit later and eat at the barn again because they're doing a Easter buffet. And I thought that'd be a cool experience, but then I don't know, I sort of want to just be on the trail actually. I think that's what I wanted to do more, so off I go. It looks like I'm about to hit the woods coming up. I'm about to go in the woods after crossing this grassy section, and I keep hearing like this, like, I don't know what you call it, not howling, but like, I don't know, it sounds like an animal's dying, like it sounds like a trumpet. Definitely like a large animal. So, I'm a little wary to go in here right now. I guess I'm gonna go in and just be super cautious of whatever that loud noise is that I keep hearing. So yeah, I don't know what the animal was. Been hiking for about a mile through the woods and haven't seen anything, or even know if it was an animal. So I'm about to come up upon the 1/4 marker. The thing that says I'm 25% done with the Appalachian Trail. So Yeah, this is a pretty big moment. My feelings right now are weird because I feel like I keep going back and forth like, maybe I should have stayed and enjoyed the Easter dinner. But then I'm really enjoying out here, so it's like, I don't know, I'm overthinking, like wondering if I'm rushing things, especially coming up upon the 25% marker. It's a moment where you gotta think over things, like about slowing your pace down or speeding up if you want to. From here on out, I've been saying this over and over, but I'm gonna do way better at making sure I do my pace and don't push through things just to keep up with people, which is pretty hard to really do. But I think this is like, from here on out, like today's the day I've begun really just doing my own pace. It sucks, but once I cross this 25% thing, I feel like I'm more like, I don't know, I've learned my lessons from the first quarter of being on the trail. Wait, I'm about to come upon it. It's less than 0.1 miles away. I know there's a marker somewhere because I've seen pictures of it, but hope I don't miss this one like I usually miss the markers. All right, I believe this is it. And I just hit the 1/4 mile mark. Looks like it got a little bit messed up. Can't see that it says 1/4. Oh, what happened here? Let me see here. Oh, that was there. Huh. Look at this. I think the rain and stuff blew it away a bit, so. All right, now it's 1/4. Wow, this is the 500 mile mark. Sort of did something, but this is like, I don't know, I feel like this is a turning point in the trail just because of what's happening. Like I said, we're just, I don't know, just it's a time of reevaluation of how I'm hiking. And man, it feels really like a big accomplishment to be at the 1/4 mile mark right now, or quarter through hike mark, I should say. 25% done. It's pretty crazy. I waited 10 years to do this trail, and I'm a 1/4 done with it, just like that fast. It's like, wow.
I feel like I do way too many panoramas. Nobody ever looks at those, right? Right
now, I'm walking down the street. I mean, it's like a country road, I should say. It's not really like a street that people may think of. But I'm walking down to try to find this hostel. Something like the 1/4 way in, something like that. I tried calling earlier, but no one picked up, and I texted them and no one texted back. So I'm gonna see if they have availability. I saw really great reviews about this place. I don't want to miss out on it. Plus, I haven't really been, you know, feeling the best body-wise. I want my body to be able to heal. So just take good care of it until it heals. Like, the knee and foot inflammation is definitely going down, but you know, I got the blister. The inflammation is still bad. I'm just gonna hope that I can have an earlier day today. I'm at the 1/4 way in right now. I'm in the bunk room, which is awesome. This is like the first bunk room I've seen where it's not bunk beds, it's just single beds, so you don't gotta crawl up on the top one. They did have vacancy, so I will be staying here, which is awesome. I talked to the owner for quite a bit about running hostel businesses and whatnot, because that's what I want to do eventually. So yeah, we talked quite a bit. She thru-hiked 10 years ago in 2009, so she knows the trail pretty well. Yeah, so out here we got, I think it's a hiker box out here. And then you have all the private rooms. And then a bathroom upstairs. Down here you have the whole living room area, a whole section with games, another bathroom, and this is the area where you can resupply or just eat. So the resupply area is over here, and then as you can see they have a few things available to eat right here. And then there's Hazelnut the dog. Here's just a closer look at all the resupply stuff. Everything's pretty reasonably priced from what I'm seeing as I'm looking down. And then over here.
But that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to, like, I've never touched an instrument to go with the
Actually playing.
yeah,
That's when the purple comes
we
out.
will. And there's purple on the mountains right now too, so it's kind of nice.
Just phenomenal.
And on the clouds.
There's no LTE up here. There's no sense coming up here.
Play a little poem for him?
Totally got
Sing
a
a song?
jam on the ukulele. Cream to go on top of it, sausage, there's biscuits hiding under here, mango strawberry muffins, and then we've got our honey, apple butter, blackberry jam, and some blood orange marmalade too. So,
Oh, it's beautiful.
dig in.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a work of art.
I saw somebody say they were going to be in it for 4 days. I love you. And the dog goes, oh. And I was like, oh my God, are you serious?
So right now I am slack packing. I got offered by Chunky / Tina, the owner of the Quarterway Inn. I waited and some others came back and they wanted to slack pack. So now that we've divided the cost stuff, it was way worth it. So got to go 20 miles out today. A lot more pain-free with on my body without all the extra weight. So that's great. I think 75% of my time so far has been spent talking to people because I saw Peach and Gopher, and then 20, and I just saw Logan, aka Crocodile, aka Young Grasshopper. We have a lot of different names for him. But yeah, I talked to a lot of people and that was really good for my mindset. On top of that, all the positive people who are staying at the Quarterway Inn. You got Cushy Life and Trigger, and he now goes by Indiana J. They're great. They don't rush. They take time. Like today, Chunky, the owner of the hostel, made us this amazing breakfast, absolutely amazing breakfast, and they just like sat and talked about all the stuff and really appreciated everything. Too many people out here just are like, all right, let's eat breakfast in 10 minutes and get out of here. And then if someone's not ready right at that minute, they start freaking out like, oh great, we're going to have to wait 5 minutes for them. It's like, I don't know, just if you're waiting for someone, take time and talk to the workers at the hostel or the people you're hiking with. I don't know, stuff like that. I've been surrounded by a lot of that recently, and like the past few days have just been great. Like, let me rewind a bit. Like yesterday, I kept thinking I was like being like a pretty bad downer, and I was like, just go on. And I sort of kept like taking breaks and expecting him to go on, and he just waited for me every single time. He just sat down with me, talked to me, and like, I don't know, I felt like all guilty because like I didn't want to bring my bad energy to him. And then I don't know, I feel like it's more mental than physical right now that's like holding me back. But yeah, just the fact that I hell of a waited and everything, it's like, I don't know, I see who really cares and is a really good friend and everything out here. Like, it's so obvious. Besides all of the mental parts of the trail going on right now, I want to go back to the breakfast that we had this morning. So I saw this book that someone wrote over the past year that was in the hostel. He had rated this breakfast as the best one on trail, beating the Mountain Harbor bed and breakfast, which I heard great things about. Anyways, the reason I stay at this hostel is because on Gut Hooks, people say it's an amazing breakfast, and I haven't really experienced the breakfast aspects of hostels, so I want to take advantage of that. And on top of that, Goat Hook said like this was the best hostel to stay on the whole trail, so I couldn't have missed the opportunity, like I said. So yeah, this breakfast, one, I thought she made the same thing every day, but no, she actually switches it up every day, what's on the menu. But it is amazing. She found recipes and makes them through recipes, but I think she also like tweaks them a little bit to how she wants to do it. But it's things like you've probably never had before, and a lot of it's homemade stuff. Like they have a bee farm at the hostel and apple orchards, like all the honey, the apple butter, all that is very locally made. And then she has just like, well, I can't even remember all this stuff. It's things I've never even heard of, but it's amazing stuff. There's gonna be biscuits. There's gonna be eggs with like goat cheese, things like that when you eat there. Do not ever miss the quarter way in if you go by that. Do not skip that. It's a great spot. Last night, Cushy Life and Indiana J did like SNL style mock of the purple people. They called Cushy and Indiana J brought out a guitar and like a mandolin. What was it? Ukulele. They brought it out to where the purple people had performed at the quarter way in the other day. So they went to the pasture behind the house where there's like a tiny little stage. And they were all dressed in purple loner clothing. And Indiana J had made up lyrics about the trail, and they were really, really good. And so they're trying to be funny, but it was actually really good. Indiana J's playing skills on the guitar, though, are very basic, so it made it really funny. So yeah, that had me laughing out there last night. Cushy Life's gonna send that video to the purple people. We're, I think, like 2 or 3 days ahead of us. Yeah, I haven't seen the purple people in a few days. Yeah, I absolutely love how everyone just stays in touch with each other and everyone knows each other. So yeah, it was a fun night, a fun morning. It's great seeing people on the trail right now. Great mental booster. Coming southbound off of the largest hill of the day, well, at least the highest point of the day. The terrain is changing from being just rolling hills with lots of trees and leaves to these grassy fields, which not only look awesome, but they're really easy to walk on. I'm getting to my last road crossing of the day, which means I just have one more hill. And I think once I get to the top of the hill, it sort of turns into a pasture. So, almost there. Today sort of wiped me out. The sun got me at the end of the day, and on top of that, my feet feel it, but my blisters are definitely getting irritated from walking too much on it and it getting a little too heated up. I just came over the hill, and the woods ended really quick, thankfully, and I'm in the pasture. There's some cows grazing on grass up there. This is going to be a great way to end my hike, especially since the last 10 miles or so were really getting dull from all of the, well, I mean, there was like certain parts, but I would say most of the last 10 miles was pretty dull. So yeah, this is a nice change of scenery, and I get to see the sunset as I walk across the pasture. They're all looking up at me right now. And there they go. Right now I'm walking, and that whole group of cows just ran at me. I'm just gonna continue walking and hope they stop following. So I think that leader who's like staring me down back there has a problem with me. So using the camera to look back behind me too. Okay. They're all still staring at me. Alright. I think I survived though. Oh boy. The trail's turned back to partly woods, but this is way nicer. I've been hiking all day with all the dead leaves and everything. The air smells very floral. I've never smelled anything like this. Like, it smells like someone has like a honeysuckle or some type of flower, like lotion or body spray. It is that strong. I made it back to the road that goes to the hostel. Coming down through the pastures was probably even better than I imagined it being. It's like, it's hard to describe the feeling I had. It's a feeling I had when I was a child. It's how summers or cooler summer nights felt to me as a kid. And this whole area with the sun and all the tall grass and nature and the birds, like, put me in that really peaceful mindset. So that was one of my favorite moments of the trail.